My video for August 17th, 2017 is entitled So Much Ignorance and Irresponsibility. As I continue to read the fake news reports in our controlled media, I feel a sense of desperation. All my life, I thought I had a vital and living relationship with the creator of all that is, the one we refer to as God. All my life, I was persuaded that my life not only had meaning, I thought I was actually playing a role in shining the light on the way we have been deceived, which, of course, was reflected in the name of my radio program, Be Not Deceived. Not only was I shining a light on the problem, I took on various roles in which I thought I could be part of the solution. Of course, I felt that my life was a mission for God. Now, seeing what is happening around the world, I wonder if the entire foundation for my life has been faulty. I have periods where I feel as if I am dying. And even though they do pass, I truly wish that God would stop ignoring the plight of mankind and take responsibility for bringing remedy that has substance in the here and now. I hesitated even giving this message, though I wrote the blurb yesterday. And as I was meditating on it this morning, I almost was going to scrub it and come up with a different title and word that blurb differently, but I really didn't change the blurb at all. I did change the title slightly from what I had written yesterday. But there is a lot of ignorance and irresponsibility. And while I realize there are people that are doing the best they can, I mean, Anna von Reitz and people that are working with the restoration of the Republic movement are doing a good job. I honestly still think that Heather was doing, taking a positive step in the right direction to somehow empower human beings by allowing us access to the funds that are in our names. But of course, there are corporate names run by a corporation, which is fraud. And most people still are ignorant of that. And you can't take responsibility for something that you don't even know exists. I mean, I talked to a man on the elevator yesterday, and he was totally unaware of some of the things that I shared with him in a very brief conversation. I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to go into much detail. But when I mentioned a couple of things, he was unaware. And most people still think, for example, that Trump is the president of the United States of America. No. He's not the president of the corporation. He is the president of the corporation known as the United States of America, but he's not president of the organic United States. There is supposedly an interim president that has that role, but it's not an active role at this point, though some say it is. I don't see it being active. It's not being reported. Even much in the alternative media, let alone the mainstream media. So we live under this cloud of darkness because only the truth can ultimately set us free. And the truth is being held back because we, the people, ordinary people that have a vision, a positive vision for humanity, are not empowered and enriched to the point that we're able to accomplish it. Yes, I'm referring here, of course, to the RV, the currency revaluation, that's supposed to put monies in the hands of people that are visionaries and have a positive goal for humanity, to uplift humanity, rather than to reduce the world's population, as I've mentioned again and again, which was placed on the Georgia Guidestones, which I've talked about in recent videos, in fact, and probably ones that weren't so recent. The problem, besides ignorance, is the fake news that I talked about in the opening sentence of the blurb. The mainstream news is paid to lie. They're not paid to tell the truth. And the liars that pay them are demonic, as exemplified in their behavior of child molestation and child murder and secret rituals that are Luciferian or satanic. There's just so much that's distorted and out of whack that the system is a lying system. But you're not allowed to raise awareness of the lies. You're not allowed to point a finger at the people that are representing the lie. And I'm talking about the people that control the monetary system, the House of Rothschild. Maybe I should stop referring to fake Jews. People get so offended by that. And there are at least a few different groups that claim to be the true Israel, including some from Africa, and including some from the area where the Ashkenazis come from in Russia, or in what used to be Russia, and they've spread out all over the world. Ultimately, folks, I really want divine intervention. I really want God or the Creator to impact. If God can't do it himself or itself or herself, however you want to refer to God. I mean, God is not a he or a she or an it. But how else do you refer to the power that supposedly created all that is? I don't know the answer to that. But we could be empowered and enriched and enabled to play a more vital role in turning things around. But the powers that continue to control the monetary system and continue to control the media and continue to control most of the major corporations around the world, these people do not want the truth to come out. They do not want humanity to be set free. They do not want a world that works for everybody. They only want a world that keeps them in their illusion of control and power. But it's not an illusion. They do control much of the human race through, again, the monetary system, the media, the school, the education system, the government systems. This is all a scam. And we need to wake up to that, and somehow we, through the power of the Creator, through the power of God, need to be empowered personally and individually so that we can rise up as a living church, if you will, a living body of people that are not pushing a religion, but are just simply telling the truth. Because it is only the truth that can set us free. It is only the truth that can undo all the damage that has been done to the human psyche in the human experience around the world. We need an awakening like we've never needed an awakening before. And while there are many promises that it's always imminent, they don't happen. They don't happen. I hope to be making a video soon about the upcoming eclipse that's going to sweep the United States from one side to the other, from the west to the east. Look forward to that video, and thank you for listening to this one. Namaste.